Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, let's get ready for Silver League Suckers. In the top right, it's the red Protoss player. It's from the M1A5 US clan. It's Iori. Sending a probe down there rather quickly. Down to scout the Zerg opponent on the other side from the Cryptic clan. It is Blarg. Looking to get that early detection on a potential 12 pool. But there is none. As the gateway is opening up, the spawning pool is on the way. Gateway on the high ground, which is an interesting choice. Maybe Blarg plays random, but I don't know. Maybe Blarg plays random, but I don't know. Blarg might play random, but I don't know. Will I stop singing this stupid song? Yes, I will. And in comes the Overlord, slowly making its way across. Let's just zoom in on those tentacles. They're just so titillating. I don't know. Anyway, moving on. Warp gate is on the way for Iori. Meanwhile, the second Overlord's on the way across. Probe coming in to scout, but the Zerglings do take it down. Not sure what that sound was, but nevertheless, the second Nexus is done. It is no longer producing probes, but it was for a moment there. Stalkers popping out for Iori. Another pylon just finishing as Blarg looking to expand to the third base. Zerglings preparing. I don't know what these sounds are coming from the Zerg, but it doesn't sound good. I can tell you that much. Oh. That one's a building. But nevertheless, Queen is in production. One queen is already on. 2 queens already on the field for Blarg. Immortal on the way for Iori. A zealot, a sentry, and 2 stalkers walk into a bar. They go, my life for ire. And that was a bad joke. It wasn't even really a joke. But nevertheless, a mercenary zealot walks into a bar. The bartender says, What are you doing here? The zealot goes, my life for hire. Anyway, bad jokes aside, down goes the Overlord. But there's another one right over here. As the Phoenix works its way around, looking to scout 4 bases. 4th base almost done for Blarg. Gets a bit of the scouting done. Iori needs to pick up the pace. Third base now on the way for Iori. But the Immortals and Stalkers and Zealot and Sentry attack could prove deadly. As this game looks to be getting started. They come in for the 4th base. In come the Zerglings. Force field out of the Sentry, but there's not much for anti-Zerglings. As the attention gets turned away now to the Hydras, the Queen pops out, looking to target. Is attacking. I'm not sure what it's attacking exactly, but the Nibbly boys, they die. But gets the Immortals looking very angrily, and they show those Zerglings who's boss. With the 4th base shut down for Blarg, things are looking up for Iori. But nevertheless, in comes the Warp Prism, taking pop shots from the Queen. This one's singing, "Don't stop me now." Looking to move in from the back of the base. Warps in a couple of Zealots. Looking to deposit them in the mineral line, but it will not happen. The Hydras, they're looking to shut down the Warp Prism altogether, and they almost do. It has just enough health. It just barely has any health left. But it spots the Overlord. Some of the shield is coming back, but it's not coming back very quickly. 4th base almost done for Blarg. Storm is on the way. Charge is on the way. +1 armor and attack on the way for Iori. Carapace. Range attack. And these other ones are on the way for Blarg. As the Zerglings come moving up the ramp, they're looking to get something done. They run past the probe and pylon, but they get the probe, and now they're getting the pylon. Something tries to warp in, but it is quickly dealt with. Charge slots quickly handle that Zergling, but more come running in, and they will not survive their mission. But to replace them, where other Zerglings have failed, maybe these ones will succeed. But they become noticed by Iori too quickly, and Iori takes them down. the Hydras are here looking to eviscerate some Protoss. Cannon on the way for Iori. 1,500 minerals in the bank for Blarg. 5th base on the way. Yes, just started. But in comes the danger ball from the Protoss. They decide we're just gonna send a message to that creep tumor. Go tell your friends what happened here today. Don't come back. As they remove some of the creep tumors, storms come raining down on the Hydras. But it doesn't look like it'll be enough. The Protoss army is quickly getting eviscerated. There's no health left on the Hydras. One more storm would have done it, but there is nothing here. Some stalkers roll in to handle the mutas. Dark Shrine and Colossus on the way. And pylon. Shield battery. A couple shield batteries and a pylon. The Colossus, a couple Colossi are here, ready to do some damage. As Iori is looking for where to send this strike team. They're on patrol. Both sides decide we don't want to take this fight, and they both back up a little bit. But the Zerg is looking to come in from the other side, and they will take down a pylon and a probe. But the Protoss army knows now where they are. And they get an Overlord, which could be quite valuable. 5,000 minerals out of Blarg. Do you think we can see 10,000 minerals? But in come the mutas! The mutas! Cannons are on the way, but they're a little bit too late on this front. As they start eviscerating just about everything in their path. Stalkers looking to do some damage. But the mutas just running right through them. A storm on the storm does a bit of damage, but again. But now the mutas have gotten some damage done for Blarg. The Colossi and Stalkers with Archons are looking to do some damage. In comes the rest of the Zerg army. The mutas, they converge. The Stalkers are doing their best as they stalk their prey. The mutas numbers have been cut down, and some of the ones that are there have been severely damaged, but there is still more that needs to be done. 4 bases for Iori. The Stalkers not really targeting down the mutas. Now they're working on the mutas. But I think one of the Colossi fell. I'm not positive on that at the moment. 3-3 is on the way for Blarg. 15 roaches on the way. 3-3 on the way for Iori. 15 roaches on the way for Blarg as the Protoss works on finishing up a bit of this army. Some more stalkers come flying in. Storms doing a bit of damage, but now they've got a fairly open target to go at the Colossi. A couple of the shield batteries are pretty well out of energy as both sides decide it's time to take a break. 5th base just finishing up now for Iori. +1 shields on the way. Level 3 ranged attack and carapace on the way for Blarg. As the mutas come floating in, they take out a few more stalkers. They're trying to get some damage against the Colossi, but more stalkers warp in, and both sides decide it's time once again to take a moment's rest. A Zergling Hydra hit squad is ready. Couple shield batteries on the way for Iori. As everyone continues to sit and wait. Archons merging. Archons. Fantastic. He seems to have gotten the memo that Archons are fantastic against just about everything for Zerg. In come the mutas. Iori could really utilize that splash damage against those mutas. But roaches and hydras and mutas, oh my! In comes the Protoss army. The Archons are not in position to deal with those mutas, though. They get a bit of damage done on them. The stalkers blink forward. They eviscerate the army on the ground. But will they be able to finish off those mutas? The mutas are flying too fast. Probes are trying, or the observers are looking to get their spotters done. The 6th base for Blarg goes down. The Protoss Death Ball is spiraling. A couple of Phoenixes here as well, looking to help defend from some of the mutas. 5th base drops. Down goes a large portion of the creep. The mutas are doing their best to try to stop the Protoss Death Ball, but they're just not having much luck. Those Archons have been doing a ton of damage, but in come the Ultras. There's only a couple of mortals on the other side. This will be an interesting fight. Maybe not if you watched the Legacy of the Void beginning intro video. A couple of the stalkers taking a massive amount of damage. The Ultras are turned away, and so are the mutas, but they will be back. The Ultras are looking to smash through. They can't quite do it. The Ultras are taken down. There's a couple Archons and some Colossi still left. Some stalkers here to help deal with the mutas, but the Ultras are still dangerous. Those Immortals are gunning through them as fast as they can. another base on the way for Blarg. I've been doing this for too long now today. As more Greek tumors fall victim to the Protoss party of death and destruction. Void Rays, a couple Void Rays on the mark as the bottom right base for Blarg is forced to evacuate. Some Ultras come running in. Void Rays charged up to try to deal with them, but the Ultras gunning through, chomping through the Protoss army. That one lone immortal stands. A Void Ray and an immortal looking to get as much damage done as they can, but they cannot get any done as the immortal turns back to home. A Void Ray, some immortals, some stalkers. 3,000 minerals in the bank for Iori. 6,000 in the bank for Blarg. 700 gas for both sides. As this game is not over. Not by a long shot. Oh wait. The mutas are coming in looking to take out some stalkers and some of the immortals. But now the ultras are coming in on the other side. It's not looking good now for Iori. The immortals have the ultras have decided that they're going in. They're going in fast. They're going in hard. Carrier has arrived for Blarg, or for Iori. Carriers have arrived. But is it too little, too late? Some experts may say yes, on account of they just died. Corruptors on the way. Couple Void Rays and a couple Immortals on the way for Iori. But the Ultras have just chomped through everything. The Void Rays are doing their best work possible trying to eliminate this. The foes that are the Ultralisks. But because they're dealing with that, the mutas can run rampant through as much of the base as they want. Ling's coming in to take out the third base of Iori. Mothership has arrived, but Corruptors and Mutalisks take it down very rapidly. GG, says Iori. That one disruptor was going to make all the difference, but unfortunately it was snapped to pieces in the jaws of the Ultralisk. What a back and forth game. Tell me, what did you like? What did you not like? Are you sick of Silver League suckers? Do you want me to try something else? All questions we may never get answers to. Have you followed me yet on Instagram? The link is in the description down below. If you do, you will see I consistently post fantastic StarCraft memes. And click the other links down in the description below to join my Discord channel. We are small, but we are growing. We are a grower, not a shower when it comes to Discord and my Instagram page. that's the way it goes. Tell me, anything else? What would you have done differently for this game in particular? Would you have built more Archons? Would you have gone for Ultras faster? All things that need to be considered. But I will see you next week for more Silver League suckers. Thank you very much. I will see you next time.